Sup gamers, it's me, Janna, and welcome to another PiMP TV Weekly Wrap. Time for us to go over the news and the trailers of this past week. Have you ever felt like you don't really own your games? Well, gamers have long lived with the idea that they don't own the games that they buy. They just own the right to play them. Well, that's it. With a new ruling handed down by the European Union Court saying users can resell whatever digital game or software they want. Any digital gamer knows that when you buy a game via Steam or Origin, there is no hope of a trade-in if the game you got wasn't all that you hoped for. Of course, gamers have always been able to trade in physical copies of their Xbox or PlayStation games, but this obviously hasn't been available for digital games on Steam, etc, etc. But now this shift means that Steam, Origin, Xbox On Demand and PSN may have to reconfigure how they deal with digital trading. This announcement can seriously change the world of digital games. Publishers often say they hate the fact video game stores offer trade-in sales of pre-owned games. What will happen if this is allowed digitally? We don't know, but it sounds pretty sweet. Final Fantasy VII is getting a re-release. Now, that is a re-release and not a remake, which isn't quite as exciting, but it's still worth noting. The new re-release is a PC exclusive that updates the game for modern computers, adding achievements and a load of other features, while still keeping the original game intact. This release came at the same time as Square Enix saying they will never do a remake of Final Fantasy VII until they have topped it with a sequel. And that's fair enough. At least now, Final Fantasy VII will be easier for gamers to relive the nostalgia. Feast your eyes on the interesting trailer showing off how the graphics will fare on modern hardware.
An epic adventure beyond imagination. Revered by critics and beloved by fans. Now, experience this mythical story of conflict, betrayal, and triumph like never before. Download and play the quintessential Final Fantasy experience today.
Here in Australia, Gaikai isn't a household name, but in the rest of the world where the internet is much faster, Gaikai is a booming gaming company that streams games right to any hardware that supports it. They process the game on their end and just stream the video to you in high definition. So you essentially can play any PC game with top-end PC graphics on any hardware so long as it can support HD video and a game controller. The news here is that Sony bought Gaikai for a whopping, wait for it, $380 million. The general consensus being Sony might be planning Gaikai implementation into its Bravia TVs and PlayStation consoles. Streaming games might be the future, but it requires crazy fast internet that most of the world does not have yet. Now we just have to wait and see how Sony shoves Gaikai into the PlayStation brand. Call of Duty Online has been announced, a free-to-play Call of Duty multiplayer for the Asian market. This version of CoD will be similar to the CoD multi fans have come to know and love, but will be for Asia-located gamers, which have always been more accepting of free-to-play shooters. We don't know if Australia is part of the Asian umbrella. Sometimes companies see us as within that market, and sometimes they don't. But we will have to wait closer to release for that info. This game will be made by Tencent, a famous Chinese developer which has had a damn good record for community-focused games.
We fight. Not so that the world will remember us, but so that there will be a world to remember.
That's it for this week, gamers. Do us a favour and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget you can head over to pimp.tv for more news, trailers and of course game reviews. Follow us on Twitter at PimpTV and like our page on Facebook to keep up to date with articles as they go live. Let us know what you think of any of today's stories in the comment section below. That's it for this week, guys. Stay tuned for more amazingness from the PimpTV Weekly Wrap. Bye for now.